Good morning, Savannah and the Coastal Empire. This is the coach, and you're listening to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. The show that focuses on all sports from the youth leagues to the professional leagues. It's for people who love talking national and Savannah sports. Today's show is pre-recorded, but all the guests are new. So no best of segments. Tune in and relax because the guests drive the show. I say that all the time. It's about the guests, not about the coach. So in the first inning, we're only going to go three innings today on this show. The first inning is with the Calvary Day School head flag football coach, Nich Grossi. Nich Grossi is going to break down the world of girls flag football and the camps he recently coordinated for the City of Savannah's Recreation and Leisure Department. Okay, then inning number 2 is, like I say every week, one of my favorite parts of the show, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. It's another Georgia High School State Association track and field gold medalist from Savannah. He did it in Class 3A in the 100 meters from South C. Johnson High School. 2-time Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Samari Dowdy. Then the final inning, we're going to go to Decatur, Georgia. We're going to go to Camp Twin Lakes, which is the home of Camp Sunshine. Camp Sunshine Summer Camp. This camp is for kids with cancer. Suzanne Ansley, the Savannah Community Outreach Coordinator, who is there for the camp, will tell us what Camp Sunshine's all about and the camp's big fundraiser on July 10th at the Savannah Golf Club. It's not a golf tournament. It's the first annual pickleball Camp Sunshine Pickleball Tournament, July 10th. You can still sign up. So remember, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. The Coach's Corner Sports Network has 4 shows, okay? We have, of course, Rubbin' and Grubbin' every Wednesday night with the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, and the OG, the producer, Lawrence Bennett. Then yours truly, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, every Saturday morning from 9 till whenever. And then once a year, during the Masters Week, the first week of April, we have the Herb Brothers doing the 19th hole. Sean and Brent Herb, it's up on YouTube. Go check it out, the 19th hole. And we do have one podcast, the Who's on First Base Baseball Podcast with the coach named Kyle Lawson. Remember, Coach's Corner is all sports, all music, all food, all fun since 1991. I'll see you at the end when I take us home. Remember, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Happy 4th of July weekend. And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hey, exciting things happen all the time here in Savannah, Georgia. And if you haven't been following high school sports closely, I can't believe it's going into the 4th year of the Georgia High School State Association Flag Football League. That's right, 4 years, and it's unbelievable. And, you know, there's coaches out there trying to grow this sport, and a lot of girls are getting involved. I think this year I think I'm right, over 300 teams are going to be involved in the Georgia High School State Association Flag Football League. Well, the guy that's been a big proponent behind it, also has himself a little, I think, a world flag football bling somewhere along the line. But he's gung-ho about it. He's been at Calvary Day School for 3 years. They're starting their 4th season. 3 straight years region champions, inaugural champion in season number 1, Georgia High School State Association champion. He loves the sport. He loves what he's doing. And, he got a little help this year from the City Savannah Recreation and Leisure Department to hold a camp at Daffin Park, which is Morris Field. That's right next across from Grayson Stadium. It's called Morris Field in Daffin Park. And he went 5 straight days. He went 3 days with a middle school camp, middle school flag football camp. And then he brought in the high school ladies for 2 days of skills and 5-on-5. And it was a great turnout. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself, flag football guru, I would say the guru here in Savannah, Georgia. That's, of course, the head coach at Calvary Day School, Nich Grossi. What's up, Coach? How's it going?
Going good, man. Thanks for having me. Always love to talk flag.
I know, and I would have loved to get out there during the week. I got out there the last day, and I know you said it only rained for 5 minutes, but I sat in it for 5 minutes, and I didn't stay around to the end. You're running around, get ready for kickoff, 2 minutes to go. These are the rules. I mean, I couldn't talk to you because you were all over the place. But, hey, congratulations, because it looked like a pretty good camp. It was the girls' flag football camp at Morris Field. You did the middle school the first 3 days. You came back Thursday and Friday, did the older girls. So, how did it go?
Well, the middle school girls camp was great. You've got a bunch of young girls that have never touched a football before, don't know anything about the game. That's been the biggest thing, is to push these younger girls into something new. Most of them are all wrapped up in soccer, softball, basketball, volleyball. It's really tough to pull some of those younger travel sport girls away, but it's growing, and we get more and more and more, and it's been real exciting. The high school girls, I wasn't expecting what we got, but Carl, it blew up. I think we had almost 70 girls show up. It was right there between 60 and 70. It was too many to count. Right. But I mean, it was exciting. We had a field. We had 3 games going at a time, back to back to back. Girls jumping around, hollering, cheering. Watch the kids love and grow the sport on their own. You know it as well as I do as a coach. If you give them a place to play, they're going to come play. So.
Now, you're preparing the girls for the high school flag football season. Tell them, though, the flag football season is pretty exciting. And, the Atlanta Falcons, I think, are one of the first NFL franchises to back this in the United States. And it's just grown and grown and grown. I wasn't lucky enough to get their first-year scholarship, but, I tried. So, but, I mean, if someone's interested, tell them about the excitement. Tell them about how this has grown over the last 3 years as far as Georgia high school goes.
Well, I actually got a story. Calvary's football team just hired a guy from up in, I think he came from Virginia or New Jersey. And the New York Giants have just started doing this with their state. And at the whole school that he was at, when he was talking to his head coach, he was talking about flag football. And their girls flag football coach was watching our film in New Jersey. And it just so happened they ran, because that was the job he was going to get, that they ran into Calvary. So, I mean, that's how it's growing. Florida's leading the way, and they've got a bunch of girls doing it. But, I mean, 300 teams is a lot. There's no stopping it, and I'm just trying to keep up, really. I'm trying to get our foot in the door soon. I want to be the first, and I want to be the best.
Well, I just read on the internet that the NFL is getting full-fledged in there, and all 32 teams are going to have some kind of involvement in girls flag football. They mentioned Jacksonville's getting involved now. So, I mean, the NFL gets involved. This is going to explode.
Yeah, everybody wants to be a part of their team. I'm a big Falcons fan. We had season tickets since 1997. So anything involved with the Falcons, I was excited about. And I've been to all their camps. Well, I haven't been to all of them, but I've been to plenty of them. They're doing a good job, building the sport with their their podium that they're on. Everybody wants to be a part of something big.
All right. So if someone wants to be part of this, I mean, do they have to have the skills? I mean, what does it take to be a flag football player?
Oh boy, yeah, that could go a long way. We could talk about that for hours. First off, a football player is a football player, no matter if it's flag or tackle. There's got to be a level of aggression. There's got to be a level of attitude, some swag about yourself that you've got to be able to play. Of course, it is football. There's running, there's catching. You've got to be able to do those things. I've got a saying that I've learned from when I played, that all my girls say every time: you can't catch, you can't pull, you can't win. And that's the truth. I mean, and that's the truth in football too. I mean, if you're not going to execute your plays and if you're not going to tackle, well, you might as well not have shown up. So
if you can't run, you can't block, you can't catch, and you can't stop the other team in football, you're not going to win. It's the same thing in flag football.
It really is. our first year when girls didn't know anything, I didn't teach my girls how to play any football. We ran plays. Execution is what it's all about.
Right.
So I took my best 7 girls that could catch the best. How fast they ran. You got to catch a football.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fast you are. You got to get it first. And if you just joining in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We're talking about the girls flag football City of Savannah Recreation Legions camp that went on June 19th to the 21st for middle school, and then June 22nd and 23rd for high school kids. Talking to the camp director, coordinator, the field manager, the referee, helping the referees, Nich Grossi, the head coach at Calvary Day School. So the City of Savannah approached you, and they said, let's do a camp. How did this all come about?
So this is actually the 3rd year I've done it. It's been so small, nobody knows about it. And I've been working with the city now for 3 years. I've been working with, I've also been working with the FCA. The FCA has been a big push on a lot of this girls flag football as well. So I have to make sure I give them a little bit of thanks.
Oh, definitely.
But one of the guys from Harold Lindsay, if anybody out there knows Harold,
Yeah.
He's been a real pivotal point in all this. He's been pushing and trying and pushing them. Harold actually retired last year and has still stepped up and got these girls going. He's been present every single day. And this year really paid off when we had all these girls show up. As, with just maybe 23 girls last year, we were super excited. And then this year to go to 60 plus, it was something special, and I know that made the city happy. The county has already reached out, talking about they want. So it's exciting, and the FCA has a camp this week. They're doing a camp over at the Georgia Southern Armstrong campus. That's going to be huge. Got teams from Florida, Columbus, coming from all over to go to these camps. So it's pretty exciting. All
right. So quickly, we'll review the camps. You did three days with the middle school girls, and then, of course, you told us about Thursday and Friday with the girls, 5 versus 5 skills and all that. So how did you run the middle school camps?
So the middle schools were real basic. We did a lot of flag pulling. We did a lot of catching. We did a lot of just agility drills, teaching these girls football moves. Nobody really understands what a football move is until you have to actually run them. But we did, and then I started putting in plays, teaching these girls just the basic rules of the game. By the end of the camp, these girls were playing football. Yeah, I had quarterbacks, receivers, the pitching. It was really good to see these girls pick it up so fast.
All right, getting down here to the end here. Okay, the public doesn't realize that girls can get scholarships, and just came out recently, I think a month or 2 months ago, that Olympics will have this in 2028. So tell people, because you've had girls get scholarship offers for this. Tell them it's not just the sport where you play in high school, you put it down after high school. You can wind up going to school on this.
Carl, a lot of people don't pay attention to that. But from what I've seen, there's girls getting scholarships left and right. If your kid, daughter, looking for an outlet to get to school, these NAIA schools are picking this stuff up one after the other. There's schools in Illinois. I got coaches calling me from Illinois asking me to find girls.
Nice.
Coach, where can we go to find girls? And they are handing out scholarships. Okay.
Nice.
All of them. It's college after college after college. It's growing in college the same way it's growing in high school. And then, of course, Olympics, that's pretty special to a lot of people. To be able to say you played in the Olympics, some people would have their heart.
All right, so wrap this up. So you just said it. There's a camp coming up, the FCA camp, the Savannah FCA area flag football camp coming up at Armstrong, Georgia Southern Armstrong camp, or the Armstrong campus. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, over there at Georgia Southern on Abercorn, okay? Once a pirate, always a pirate. Remember those pirates, okay? So tell us, if a girl wants to get involved, she's still got time during the summer to do this, or there are other clubs there. There are clubs out there that have summer flag football teams.
So the FCA camp was a team camp. Those registrations are closed. That starts tomorrow. I don't know how to really tell people to get in touch with me other than look me up on socials. But I put together club flag football. You want to play, I'll teach you. You find me, I'll show you how to play. I don't care what school you go to, care how old you are, I'll teach you how to play flag football. From 6 years old all the way to 40.
Hey, just look up Grossi Roofing. There you go. That's direct connection to find Nich Grossi. If he's not on the football field or down coaching, he's up on the ladder doing a roof somewhere.
That's what we do.
So, anything else you want to tell everybody in Savannah?
No, I just want to thank you. I want to thank the city, everybody who's been pushing the sport. I can't do it without getting the word out. I'm just one person, but I just really want to build the sport for the girls. It's so much fun watching these girls grow and love the sport.
Well, I got to thank you for supporting the Prep Sports Report. And when we get into the flag football season, we have the Grossi Roofing flag football player of the week. The girls love it. I'm telling you, I don't know how much it blows up the website, but anytime, you got something to say about flag football, you want to get it out there, just let me know. And once again, appreciate what you're doing for these kids, because there are a lot of girls that really love this sport.
Yep. And we all appreciate you too. Now the kids love it.
I appreciate it, Nick, and have some fun with those teams tomorrow. I bet you got 5 teams playing tomorrow?
I think there's 5 teams coming. There's some over 80 girls going to be there.
Wow. Pretty excited. So that's at the Georgia Southern campus, where the old Armstrong State University used to be. Go back there. What's it, on the soccer field?
Yeah. I haven't even been there yet. They told me to show up at 9:45.
First, you got to get the guys doing the roofs before you can do that, right?
My morning starts early.
All right, Nick, appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Carl.
Hey, anytime.
Bye.
I mean, if you can't tell excitement in Nich Grossi about flag football, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, even the girls will tell you he's nonstop. He's 50 miles an hour. I'm telling you, when I went out there on Friday, June 23rd, to check it out, he was all over the place. Getting the groups together, explaining rules, dealing with the officials, because they're there to learn the rules of the game. I mean, it's just crazy. But Nich Grossi loves the sport. This will be his 4th year at Calvary Day School as the head coach. Inaugural season, they won the state championship. Him and good old Chad Griffin, and he's got Coach King now with him, helping him at. He's got a bunch of people at Calvary, so don't take offense, Calvary coaches. I know Coach King. I think Coach Grant is out there also. So they just do a great job, and he loves flag football, and it's growing. Over 300 schools will be playing football this year through the Georgia High School State Association, and there's a bunch of teams in the area that'll be playing too. Well, you're listening to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We'll be back with another guest in 3 minutes. Stay tuned, because you know what? It's all food, all fun, all sports, all music since 1991. I might have said that backwards, but that's what it is. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Sound Garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. This is a favorite part of my show where I get to talk to the good kids, the kids that have done something exceptional. If you've been following the Karl DeMasi Sports Report for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been highlighting the state championship track athletes. Okay, the athletes who've won gold medals. We had Jamari McIvory on 3 or 4 weeks ago. We had Ava Coffey from Savannah Arts Academy. Jamari's from Savannah Christian. Last week we had Jaden Singleton. There were 6 Georgia High School State Association champions. So this is number 4 in the book. He's been on my show before, way back when he ran for over 300 yards against Windsor Forest a couple of years ago. He did that last year against Long County. On the football field, this kid was everything. He was a linebacker. He was the running back. He was the wide receiver for South C. Johnson High School. I mean, he's a two-way player, all-region football player. Got some offers in the cabinet that he's waiting on. But as far as track and field goals, okay, 2 years ago or last year, he finished second in the Class 3A state championship in the 100 meters. He closed, and he closed it out, winning the 100-meter championship this year in 10.72. I think his personal best was 10.61. In 10 races, Samari Dowdy out of South C. Johnson High School won 8 out of 10, 8 first-place finishes, of course, with the Georgia High School State Class 3A championship. He also runs the anchor for the Adam Smashers 4x100 relay team that finished second, just missed out on 2 gold blings. And was part of the 4x400 relay team that finished 5th. So unbelievable career for this young man. Graduated in May. He's going to take his talent somewhere else, but it's great to have him on as a 2-time Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from South C. Johnson High School. Joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, Samari Dowdy. Samari, great to have you back on again. Great to see you again. And unbelievable high school career there, buddy, whether it's football or track and field.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Coach, for having me on the show. It's been real hard trying to win this championship.
So tell us about when you got involved in sports, and you're very quick, and it's always football players that are quick go to track. Tell us about when you got this started and how you got involved in the track and field.
Well, I started sports when I was around the age of 3, and I really, really just got into track like 2 years ago because my coach was like, "Samari, you're fast. You used to be running track. I was like, why would I want to do something that's a consequence. Like running is a consequence. So why do I want to run? So it's like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna try it out. And I was real good at it. So I just kept doing it and just kept getting better.
Sometimes those consequences, Samari, are positive outcomes.
Yes, sir.
So, and you've had success in it. I mean, last year, second place, this year, first place. You just missed out on on 2 gold medals with your teammates. So, it's got to be something special. So, talk about something special, a passion. What's your passion for playing sports? What keeps you motivated to play sports, whether it's football or track and field?
Oh man, so what really keep me passionate is my mom and my little brother. My mom, she really always on me and telling me, hey, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. And my little brother, like what boosts me to go better is when people talk trash to me. So my little brother talks trash to me every day. Hey, you sorry. Even though he don't mean it, but he knows it's gonna boost me to be better. So he really helps me get better at his sports.
How old is your little brother?
16.
Okay, where's he at?
Oh, he at work right now.
Okay. No, is he at Johnson?
No, he goes to Woodville.
He goes to Woodville. He's do any sports?
No, sir, but he used to play basketball with me.
Okay. All right. So as an athlete, we all look up to people. Do you have a role model as far as an athlete goes, and why?
Well, I have 2 cousins. One plays at Georgia State. His name is Rance. And I have another cousin that plays for the 49ers. His name is Miles Hartville. And they really pushes me, and they showed me the real way of how this sports thing is going to go, like how it's going to be in college and how it's going to be in the NFL. So them 2 are my real big role models.
Well, you got 2 guys that have made it to the next level and to the biggest level, the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But, in today's society, we face a lot of challenges. What do you think is the most significant challenge that today's athlete, like you, has to face in high school?
Well, the most I have faced is peer pressure and girls. The girls will get you, and peer pressure. It's a lot of people that's gonna try to peer pressure you to do something, but at the same time, though, you don't have to do it because you got to just be yourself most of the time.
And you got to be yourself, and you want to be the best. So here you are, unbelievable football player, unbelievable track and field athlete. What's your routine that makes you better in sports, in athletics? Because we know there are specific routines for football, and there are specific routines for track and field. How do you work that out? What's your routine to get better?
Well, usually I will run a practice lap. So a practice lap is I just run a 400, and then I'm gonna stretch my body out. And what I had to really work on myself, I really wasn't good at finishing, so I had to practice on keep running 150, because a 150 is I'm passing the finish line, I'm gonna run full speed through the finish line. So that's what I really had to work on.
And how about football?
Oh man, for football, as a running back, I really had to get better eye vision. So my eye vision was good, but it could have been way better. So I had to get a little bit of better eye vision, and I had to get I'm already kind of big, but I had to get a little bit more muscle. So I would go work out at Coach Carter. He's a personal trainer in Savannah, and he really works me out. So I get stronger and bigger, and I got better eye vision now.
All right, going into the track and field season this year, what were your goals?
To win. Me and my mom, she was like, Samari, you've been here for 3 years. You came in 7th your first year. You came in 2nd last year. This year you gotta win. She kept pushing me to win. So, and I told my mom, I'm gonna bring this trophy home just for you.
Well, if you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week from South C. Johnson, graduate now, alumni of South C. Johnson, unbelievable football career, unbelievable track and field career, and that's, of course, Samari Dowdy. All right, so winning the 100 meters, what was that experience like? How did you feel when, I think you beat the second place guy by 0.6 of a second. What was that like?
Well, it was real good because I was because my knee was hurting because this football season I have torn my MCL, but it's healing on its own, but it still kind of hurts me. So it's like, okay, I was like, Samari, you gotta win. I don't care. You gotta push everything in. You gotta win. You gotta win. So when the guy had put his gun over, said on your marks, I had to close my eyes and breathe, give me a good breathing in. Had to remember what my coach said. Don't go out full speed. Do what you got to do to win this race. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Said, he shot the gun and go. I opened my eyes, just ran. And I came out to be the winner.
All right, so you just ran. Walk us through the race. When did you know that you were going to win this race?
When I seen everybody else running full speed, because nobody could run for the 100 full speed. So I seen everybody else running full speed, and I was right next to them, and I was not even running full speed. So I was like, okay, now let me turn it up. And I turned it up and won. And that's when I knew I was going to win right then and there.
Nice. Come across that finish line, first place. You got a gold medal now. And I've been talking about football. So you play football, you do track and field. Any other sports involved there? Or is that the only two you do?
Oh, no. I used to play basketball. I used to play golf, and I used to play baseball.
Nice. Why'd you give up the golf and the baseball?
I just felt like they wasn't for me right then and there. So I was like, I'm going to focus on these two sports.
All right, so you got football and you got track. Which one do you like the most?
I really like football more.
Why?
I like a lot of content. So I like hitting people, and I like, giving the content too.
So as a running back, do you hand out the hits, or do you take the hits very well?
Oh no, I take the hits. I'm really one of them running backs. I'm gonna look for the score. I ain't gonna if it's you in front of me, I'm gonna try to juke you before I ever try to run you over.
All right, so you're gonna bring it on there. So, you had a number of coaches. You talked about Coach Carter and helping you with your strength. Talk about your coaches. You've had a couple of coaches now. What have your coaches done for you? What advice was the best advice you got from one of these coaches?
Well, I like to shout out to Coach Smith and Coach Gibbons and all of them, because they really the one who helped me. And the best advice that my coaches ever gave me before I ever ran the 100 race, actually, Coach Smith walked up to me, gave me a big hug, and said, "I'm proud of you." And I'll never forget that, because that made me shed a couple tears before my race. And he really helped me out a lot.
Hey, when you feel appreciated, it means a lot. And, like you said, you've been saying in this interview, mom. How's your family helped you get to that next level to be so successful?
Well, my mom, she'll drive across the world for me. Like, she'll do anything for me. If I need something done, she'll be like, "Okay, Samari, come on. We're going to go do it right now." So my mom and my little brother, he right beside me. He'll, "Come on, Samari." Sometimes when I used to put my head down, but my little brother, my mom would be right there. "Hey, put your head up. Come on, Samari. You got this. You got this. You got this." And they really helped me get to where I'm at right now.
Nice. And you finished up your career at South C. Johnson High School. What was the experience going from New Hampshire over to South C. Johnson High School? What was your senior year like?
Well, my senior year was big, because I used to have a vision board. I have a vision board, actually. And my vision board would say that I'm going to be big this year. Nobody's going to be able to stop me this year. So that's what I did. I told myself I'm going to be big this year, and I said, and that's what I had to do. So that's what I did this year.
Did Johnson help you out? Any of the administration, any of the teachers?
Oh, yeah. I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Lindsay, Mr. Muhammad, and all my teachers, because most of them teachers, they know it was this one teacher named Miss Milligan. She will always be on me every time. She'll be like, "Samari, you did this? You can run faster than that. You could do this. You could do that." She used to always be on me. So Miss Milligan, I'd like to give a shout out to her, and I'd like to give a shout out to all the teachers that really helped me and pushed me to be the best player I am right now.
All right, future. What does the future hold? College, sports, you're going to be able to do both? Let us know what you plan on doing.
I plan on doing both in college. I plan on playing football and running track, because I feel like both of them sports I am very competitive at, so I feel like I do good in both of them.
And you got offers from?
Albany State, Austin Peay, Savannah State, Stetson.
Nice. All right, last question. Outside of athletics, okay, what specific major do you want to pursue? What might you want to do later on in life as a job, as your livelihood?
Yeah, I really want to be a math and science middle school teacher, because I'm really good at math and I really love me some science.
Nice. Give back, and you're going to get between the lines and coach?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, Samari, you've had a great career, high school career here in Savannah, Georgia. I didn't mention it. We mentioned it about 2 years ago, but last year, 302 yards and 3 touchdowns on 20 carries in a big game over Liberty County for you guys. You stood out again, and I didn't bring you on for that one. So, but this makes it perfect. We wrap it up on a great career. I appreciate you coming on. And once again, you can't take that gold medal away. That's something you always be proud of. And your personal best was like 10.61, I found, too, also.
Oh, no. You talking about this year?
Your career.
Oh, my career best is a 10.4.
10.4, wow. And I saw a 40-yard speed, 4.37 or something like that.
Yes, sir. That's my 40.
Well, keep it on. Appreciate you coming up. Best of luck. And once again, congratulations. Savannah's proud of what you've been doing there, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
Anytime. I mean, what can you say? I mean, the kid's been unbelievable on the gridiron. The kid is super fast. He's not a tall guy, but he's built like a rock. And I've been watching him ever since he's been a freshman. He made his name across the football field here in Savannah, Georgia. Now track and field, he's a state champion. He's motivated. He wants to prove people that he can make it to the next level. And cousin at Georgia State, cousin playing in the NFL, pretty impressive. But he's a hardworking kid, and he's really worked at where he's been. So stay tuned. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Be right back in 3 minutes. Got to thank those sponsors. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And good morning, Savannah and the Low Country, and welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning on the internets on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That means the Karl DeMasi Sports Report Facebook page, the Coach's Corner Facebook page, Twitter at KD Sports Report, and on YouTube at the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. And my next guest is, something funny had to happen with this because I was talking to DJ Spizos, and he had mentioned that there's a pickleball tournament to raise money for a camp that's called Camp Sunshine. Now, I've been around Savannah for a long time, and I'm a big backer of raising money to help childhood cancer. We just finished the Karl DeMasi Coaches for Curing 5K, 10K run. Biggest participation we've ever had, raised the most money we ever have. But I haven't heard about Camp Sunshine. So I said to DJ, yeah, I'm definitely going to get something on the internet to talk about this. And I got to the end of the show. I already did the outro, and I came back on because, you know what? I forgot to mention this. And this is what it looked like on Saturday morning. So bear with me. Here in Savannah, Georgia, it's called Camp Sunshine. Camp Sunshine, okay, is a camp that serves children in Georgia with cancer. Their main office is in Decatur, Atlanta, okay? They also have an office in Savannah to support our Savannah area families. Stephanie Irwin is the program director in Savannah. She provides programs throughout the year and tells everybody what's going on in sport at Memorial Health, and it's an ongoing basis. And then there's Suzanne Ansley, who's the community outreach manager, and they got something special going on. Let me get this right here. July 10th, 2023, pickleball. Now, it's a big thing now here in the South. I was playing pickleball before I moved here in 1995. July 10th at Savannah Golf Club, we got a pickleball tournament going on, a round robin men and women's doubles pickleball tournament for the advanced, intermediate, and social teams. There's lunch, there's drinks, prizes, silent auction. Registration has to be done. And I forgot to announce that, and I already did the outro, but I came back and did it anyway. And, you know, I've been really intrigued about it. I've been looking up information. I got in touch with DJ to get Suzanne's phone number, but you know what? It's something we need to know about. I know it's Saturday morning, July 1st. Their deadline was June 30th, which was yesterday, Friday. But I still wanted to talk about it. I still want people to know about what Camp Sunshine is all about because it seems like it's pretty special. And I didn't notice the Georgia Bulldogs football team has been going to Camp Sunshine every year since Vince Dooley was the head coach way back there in the 80s. So it's been around for a long time. It's good to finally know something about, and there is a chapter, I think you'll call it a chapter, here in Savannah, Georgia. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat. She's not really in a hot seat, but she is the community outreach manager here in Savannah. She's been doing it since 2019, and that is Suzanne Ansley. Suzanne, thanks for joining me. And I'm sorry about Saturday. I mean, I said, DJ, yes, I'm going to talk about this. And I just forgot about it. And then right after the outro started to play, I said, nope, got to come back. I got to make sure people know about Camp Sunshine. But once again, I appreciate you coming on and doing this because I know you're up in a meeting at the main office.
I am. And thank you for having me today.
Excuse me. I mean, it's something that's special. And, you know, now you're throwing pickleball in there, but I heard there's golf tournaments. There's so many other events that go on. But tell us about Suzanne Ansley and what Camp Sunshine's all about. How did you get involved in all this?
Oh, I got involved. I was a nonprofit years ago and then took a break, and there was a position available and the opportunity presented itself. So I got back into nonprofit. Love helping children, especially in this case too, when they've been diagnosed with cancer. So what our program, and the fundraiser, is we allow our children to participate in activities year-round, free of no fee to the families, which is very important because right now.
Now, you know, from what I understand, this has been going on for 40-something years. One nurse who was working with cancer children went to another nurse, and they got together and they put this on, and it's up in started up there in Decatur, Georgia. So tell us about the programs that you guys offer to these kids.
So we have 2 weeks of camp. Last week was teen camp, it's junior camp. Last week, as you mentioned earlier, the Georgia football team went to go see the campers. We have year-long programs in Atlanta and in Savannah, and that's where the child life specialist, Stephanie Irwin, comes into play. She puts on year-long programs, and the children attend, and then she goes into the hospital once a week and brings programs to the campers and their families just to put smiles on their faces and try to relieve some of the tension that are going on. And
that's a great segue because she just mentioned the Georgia Bulldogs just visited Camp Sunshine again. Here's a quick blurb from the Georgia football, I guess, Twitter page.
It's cancer camp. All these children have got cancer presently, or they've had it in their life sometime, and they're come to Camp Sunshine for the summer. We have about 100 campers here this week, and we appreciate you coming over here with these kids, because y'all are the heroes that these kids look up to. You know, they got their struggles every day. They're going through a rough time, but look here, y'all bring the joy of life to them, and we can't thank you for what you're doing and for the time to come over here. It is so very special. Oh, listen, I think they'll see y'all coming.
Shout out to the family at Camp Sunshine. You know, we love the kids, we love the people. Enjoy coming here every time.
You're the best. Thank y'all for coming.
Go Dogs.
So just a great video. I mean, I don't know how many times I've watched it. It gives me the goosebumps. I mean, it's just something special, and I didn't even know what was going on for such a long time. Is there a camp in Savannah, or do the campers have to go to Decatur to enjoy these camps that you guys are offering to them?
The camp is actually called Camp Twin Lakes, and it is in Rutledge, Georgia, which is about an hour east of Atlanta. And yes, the campers from Savannah and the Low Country, they travel to Rutledge and they get dropped off by their parents, and it's amazing the things that they can do. So these two pediatric nurses in the 80s decided they wanted their patients to be able to attend camp like everyone else can attend camp. So the surgeons and the child life specialists and nurses, they take a week off of work each summer and they volunteer their time. So these children, in case they did need treatment or did need help, according to their diagnosis, they have a full medical team there with them.
Nice, nice. Are there any kids up there for this week's camp from Savannah?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
It's got to be exciting. When you come back, you got to give me some names and see if they want to talk about it. Because
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just something special. I love to talk to these kids about it. And I wish we had any of the kids up there when the Bulldogs came in.
Yeah, so that was teen camp last week. So you'll definitely have to get them to be on your show for explanation of the fun they had there.
So you've been doing this since 2019. Has Camp Sunshine been in Savannah longer?
It has. There's always been a presence. There's been a child life specialist for Camp Sunshine that has been in Memorial for 20 years or so. Wow. But they just in 2019 thought that they needed to branch out to outreach, to network, to let the community know who we are, what we do, and money raised here stays in Savannah. There's another thing that Wendy's does. They do it in Atlanta, but they also do it in Savannah as well. You can go to any Wendy's and buy a Frosty card for $1, and that will enable you to get a Frosty for the end of the year for $1. Like you pay nice. For it one time. Nice. And all the money stays, local and helps our children out.
Well, perfect segue. So I've talked about the pickleball tournament at the end of my last show. So as far as fundraising events here in Savannah, how can we let the people know that, and what happens in Savannah stays in Savannah? How do they know about the fundraisers? How can we get the word out there?
Well, shows like yours on the internet, word of mouth. So you can go and visit mycampsunshine.com, and there is a section on there where you can sign up for pickleball. It is men's and women's doubles. And $75 includes lunch. It's Monday, July 10th at the Savannah Golf Club. It's going to be a great event, a great day. And they can reach me.
Now, if they want to volunteer, just get in touch with you.
Absolutely.
All right. I hope you don't mind me showing this. And I got a lot of tricks here I'm learning how to use with this program. It's a great program. So there you go. At the bottom, Susan Ansley, Community Outreach Director, and you need to contact her. You want to be a volunteer. You want to get involved in something that's going on to help these kids get up to the Twin Lakes Camp in Rutledge, Georgia, right there, 777-6836 or Suzanne at mycampsunshine.com. So we'll let that scroll for a couple of seconds so people can see that. Now, as far as you being involved, it's a nonprofit, and what's the feeling you get of doing something like that? And see these kids go up to those camps and get so excited. What do you get out of all this?
Oh, it is something that you have to see for yourself. It is amazing. I was just talking to someone in the office when I got here from Savannah this morning, and she says it's truly just an amazing experience just to see these children laugh. I mean, somebody may have an amputee due to their diagnosis, but that we have manipulated the rock climbing wall so they can still rock climb. They can get in a canoe. There's a lever that helps them get down in the canoe, and they can do all the things. I mean, we fish, and ironically enough, they just taped off last summer. They're part of the tennis court portion of the tennis courts to a pickleball court. So the kids are learning how to play pickleball.
That's super. Okay. So is there any other important information we can get out to people about this and how they can get involved? Because, it's definitely something special because, as I say at my race, the 5K, 10K Coaches for Curing Cancer, if we can get one kid to get out there and play and enjoy something, it's something special. But from watching all these videos, you got a lot of kids with a lot of smiles on their face facing one of life's, deadly diseases that we got to come up with a cure for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just contact me again, Suzanne Ansley, Suzanne at mycampsunshine.com, or go straight to the website, My Camp Sunshine. And please put My Camp Sunshine, because if you just put Camp Sunshine, you will be directed to a Camp Sunshine in Maine, I believe. So make sure you put My Camp Sunshine.
Yeah, I don't think we want to send our kids from Georgia all the way to Maine. I mean, they go right up to Rutledge, Georgia, which is not far from, it's like in between Athens and Atlanta. I mean, I looked at the map. It's just something special. And, the story with the Georgia Bulldogs and Vince Dooley. Well, Kirby Smart, head football coach in Georgia, his brother attended that camp.
He sure did.
So, well, Susan, I appreciate it. I wish I would have got the news out a little earlier for the pickleball tournament. Can they still sign up after June 30th, or you guys are going to close that out?
We are not, so continue to sign up. We just need the numbers to, for the attendance, obviously, and the lunch count. So, but anyway, we'll take it.
Going on. I know you're up there at Camp Sunshine right now, right?
I am today, and I'm going to go out to camp tomorrow.
Well, enjoy it. Have a lot of fun. Let us know what's going on. And if I could do anything else, I know my wife hates when I say this. I'm just a small little show on the internet, but I'd love to help any way I can. And, like I said, for some reason, cancer with children has hit me a long time ago with a nephew who was 2 years old, and to see what he went through, and knock on wood, he beat leukemia, which is a form of cancer. And now he's a father, has a son. It's really something to see. But what that young child went through. Yeah, when that child went through. But hey, and go online. Put in Camp Sunshine. You can see all the videos of these kids. Like Suzanne said, they lost their leg to cancer, but they're out there swimming. They're out there fishing. It's pretty special. Appreciate it. Next time, I'll get in touch with you a little earlier than at the last minute, but I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, I know how to contact you now, so.
You got it. Thank you.
Thanks, Carl.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I mean, I researched a lot after I found out about Camp Sunshine, their pickleball tournament from DJ Spizos, and he put me in contact with Suzanne Ansley. I mean, right there, you want to get involved. Camp Sunshine, Suzanne Ansley, she's the community outreach manager, Savannah, Georgia. She's the contact person. You can call her at 912-777-6836, or you can email her at Suzanne at mycampsunshine.com. Don't put campsunshine.com because you'll wind up in Maine, as she just said. Well, I'll be wrapping this up. Come back after we thank our sponsors. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hey, 4th of July, have a lot of fun. Be right back. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Hey, sports fans, I hope you enjoyed the Karl DeMasi Sports Report for July 1st, 2023. Of course, got to thank the guests who drove the show. Calvary Day School head football, flag football coach Nich Grossi, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from South Sea Johnson, the GHSA Class AAA 100-meter champion Samari Dowdy, and the Savannah Camp Sunshine Community Outreach Coordinator Suzanne Ansley. Enjoy the 4th. It's going to be a good weekend. Remember, like I say, every weekend, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow, always sit at a park. And until I talk to you next week again, may this be your best week ever. I'm out of here. Happy 4th of July. God bless. Be safe.